Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the thrilling world of school rugby.
That's right. Specifically, the King Price Derby series this week.
Exactly. We've got a great source here. Farmers Derby delivers drama. Affy sail on easily, and Uppington cling on.
Covers a weekend where, well, lots of schools had byes, but the KP series still gave us plenty to talk about.
Yeah, intense action.
What's really interesting here is how even with fewer games overall, you get these three sort of distinct stories coming out of the KP Derbies.
Yeah.
So we'll connect the dots, look at the powerhouses, the debutantes, and try to understand not just what happened, but like why it matters for these teams.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Starting in Gauteng.
Yeah, with Affys.
Yeah.
The Wit Bulle.
Right, formidable Affys. They'd just come off that huge 6-4-19 win against Waterkloof, ranked top 3 in the country. They were hosting Pretoria Boys High.
And Pretoria Boys sitting, just inside the top 40? They'd had a couple of recent losses, too.
Yeah, to Jeppe, SKES, King Edward VII. So Affys looked like clear favorites on paper.
But it didn't start that way.
No. The away side, Pretoria Boys struck first. Marnus Vessel scored, gave them the lead, their only lead, as it turned out.
Because then Affys the source calls it an onslaught.
It really was. 7 straight tries. 4 of those came pretty quickly in the first half. Lewin Potgieter, Box-Swart, and SGN Marks got 2.
Marks had a big game.
He really did. And even though Pretoria kept fighting, Affys just kept piling on the pressure, added 3 more tries.
Before Vessel's got his second for Pretoria right near the end.
Yeah, late on. But the final score tells the story. 41-12. A pretty resounding win for Affys.
It really highlights that consistent power, doesn't it? You know, a top-tier team, they absorb that early setback and then just completely overwhelm the opponent. It's classic Wit Bulle stuff. They've only lost once in their last 8, and that was super close against Grey College.
Yeah, 31-27. Tight.
So this ability, it's a hallmark, but it also makes you think, you know, how does a team like Pretoria Boys High take this? What do they learn from facing that kind of standard?
Yeah, that's a challenge, isn't it? Taking the lessons, not just the loss. Okay, so that was Affys showing their strength. But then we head to the Western Cape.
The Farmers Derby, Landboo. Boland Landboo versus Oakdale.
And this sounds like it was completely different, a real battle.
Oh, definitely. High anticipation for this one. Boland Landboo wanted to bounce back after losing to Stellenberg.
And they had to do it without their star scrum half, Jaden Britz. He was off with the SAU 18s.
That's a big loss. And Oakdale, well, they were flying high after beating Paul Roos 21-17. They're known for having one of the strongest set pieces in the country.
But they were missing players too, right? Key guys.
Yeah, quite a few. So both sides were, let's say, slightly handicapped.
Handicapped, maybe, but it sounds like it delivered all the drama you'd expect from a derby.
Absolutely. It was a proper seesaw.
Okay, so Oakdale started fast.
Yeah, 2 tries pretty quickly. They were up 12-0 before, 15 minutes were even gone.
Wow. But Boland fought back.
They did. Hit back twice before halftime, then scored again just after the break to actually take the lead, 17-12.
So the momentum shifted completely.
For a bit. Then Oakdale responded again. CT Foslu kicked a penalty around 45 minutes.
Okay.
Then Sinoble Blankamo scored a try.
Yeah.
And suddenly Oakdale are back in front, 2017.
This is wild, back and forth.
Totally. But then almost instantly, Boland hit back again. 2 converted tries, Peter Burr kicking them both inside just 3 minutes.
Whoa, so that must have felt like the decisive blow. Put them up, 31-20?
31-20, it seemed like their most commanding lead, yeah. But the nerves definitely kicked back in for the home crowd.
Because Oakdale scored again.
Yep. Foslu again. It was only about 5 minutes left on the clock. Made it 31-27. Oakdale were pushing hard for another big win.
It went right down to the wire.
Right down to it. But a final penalty from Peter Berg sealed it for Boland Landboo.
Phew, final score.
34-27. A huge win for Boland at home.
What a game. That back and forth, that swinging pendulum the source mentions.
It's fascinating, isn't it? It really raises questions about how teams adjust when key players are missing, how they handle that pressure cooker environment.
Yeah.
Oakdale, despite being down those players, pushed Boland all the way. It shows the depth these programs have, but also the resilience you need in these massive derby games.
It really sounds like a test of character more than anything.
Absolutely. For both sides.
Okay, so from dominance to a nail-biter, what about the new kids on the block?
Right, the third feature derby. This one involved Uppington High and Hoërskool Dwineville.
And this was their debut in the King Price series, right? A big deal for them.
Huge deal. Neither school had cracked the top 60 rankings this year, so this was massive exposure. National TV coverage, city bragging rights. everything on the line.
So how did it play out? Sounds like Uppington, the home side, got off to a good start.
They did. That first half was crucial. Gave them a 12-0 lead at halftime.
Okay, a decent cushion, but the second half was tighter.
Much tighter. They picked up 2 yellow cards during the game.
So playing with 14 men for, 20 minutes total?
Something like that. You'd think Dunavelt would capitalize more, but they just couldn't quite break through enough. Doan Desier tried to spark something for them in what was described as pretty cagey second period. But yeah, Dunavelt only managed the 1 try, it seems.
So it ended up being really low scoring.
Very. Uppington managed to just kind of cling on for the win.
And the final score?
12-10.
Wow. So they held on despite the yellow cards.
Which, connects to the bigger picture. This series isn't just about the Affies and the Oakdales. It gives schools like Uppington and Dunavelt a massive platform.
Yeah, that exposure is invaluable.
And for Uppington to win, despite those 2 yellows, well, it says a lot about discipline under pressure, doesn't it? Or maybe finding a way to defend desperately when you need to.
Holding your nerve.
Exactly. Even if you're just clinging on, as the source puts it. It shows there are different ways to win, different styles of play across the country.
Definitely. Okay, and quickly, there were some other results happening outside the main KP spotlight.
Yeah, a few notable ones. Graham College just edged out Queens 2017. That sounds like another tight one. Jeppe traveled to Parktown and got a solid 22-13 win. Stellenberg actually lost a close one to Milnerton, 14-12.
Oh, interesting.
And then DHS had a really comfortable win over KEZ, 52-19.
Okay, so a mix of close games and more dominant displays elsewhere, too.
Pretty much.
What a weekend, then. You had the Affies' dominance, their absolutely crazy back-and-forth Farmers Derby.
Yeah, nail-biting stuff.
And then Uppington just managing to hang on in their big debut game.
And also, thinking about Uppington and Dunavelt playing on national TV for the first time. Win or lose, how does that kind of pressure, that experience actually shape a team going forward? Something for you all to mull over.